I'm Don Anthony, and this is the Swordsport Podcast, looking at the world of fencing through the OSU fencing lens. I've got my guest today with Mr. Matthew Bülau and Avin Rai, two captains on the team, one in sabre and one in epee. So looking forward to a nice little catch-up. I've interviewed both of you guys individually. Now I get the opportunity to talk to you together. So first of all, welcome, Matthew. Welcome, Avin.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me again.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Really want to get an idea of one, from the standpoint of your journey. We know how you got here, but you came in as freshmen, same year, and now you're seniors and you're captains. What has that been like from the standpoint? And you're on two different squads. Epe's one. All fencing, but definitely different. So talk a little bit about that first year and where we are today.
You want to go first?
Yeah. The transition from my first year to now is really interesting because I felt like my freshman year I had figures on the team who were all leaders. Like you had I would just come in there and you just have these huge personalities who would all lead by example, and to now where I'm really trying to portray that too and be that too, but it's not as easy as it looks. And that's like the most interesting thing to me is to seeing how they operated back then and then trying to take from everyone I saw across the whole team, not just epee, and incorporate that into my style of leadership.
Yeah, and I think on the other hand, I think coming into this team our freshman year, it was just so stacked. I mean, I feel like epee was super deep, sabre was also super deep, and I feel like we developed the way we did because we had to fight for every bout, just to get on the strip, and I think that develops a lot of character because you could do everything right, but there's always going to be someone better than you with more experience. They're used to it, so just living up to those people is just like amazing because I'm still trying to this day. I thought Steven, Roscoe were like the greatest people that I've ever trained with. So I just try to be the same person they are, if not better. But it's hard to live up to them because they've set the bar so high.
Well, you guys are setting that bar now, and you're doing a very good job of it. So, what's the biggest challenge in leadership on a team? Because, fencing is a individual team sport, which is it's a unique beast in itself. And I think as a team, in a culture, we've always challenged with getting more team than individual. So from your standpoint, what's the key to the success? What's the challenge? And then what are you finding to be really the final outcome?
I think most challenging as a leader is to realize and try to solve this problem of not being able to attribute the same style of leading to every single person. Mm-hmm. Because you have so many different personalities, and the one way, maybe with the one person, I might only have to say 2 words. With the other person, I might have to sit down and have a whole conversation. Or I might not get through to the third person, which is difficult to realize. And then you sit there and you wonder, why is that? Why am I not getting through to this person? Or am I the reason why I'm not getting through? Or is it my mistake? Or is it just because they don't want to listen? So it's really hard to see and then change it based on every single person. But I do think that the key to success here is to realize that everything you do in here for yourself is gonna help the team. So you're not supposed to come in here every morning and practice with the reasoning of, I'm doing this for the team. You're supposed to come in here and be like, I'm doing this because I want to be the best version of myself. And that alone will help the team so much. That will help way more than you coming in here every morning and was like, okay, I'm going to do this for the team. No, come in here, work your ass off for yourself. Be the best version you can be as a fencer using every resource this amazing school can give us.
Yeah, I would say the biggest challenge this year for me has been to get at least a sabre squad to come in every single day and practice intentionally. It's super hard when you have to be here at a certain time and, everybody has stuff going on outside of practice. But I'm just trying to get everybody on the same page.
I really do agree with that part of like practicing intentionally though, because like you can come in here every day and then just do stuff like just fence or just do footwork or just do target. But if you don't do it with the thought behind, okay, I want to work on my footwork, okay, I want to work on my point control, okay, I want to work on my parries today, then you're just sitting, like then you're just spending time here, but you're not using it wisely.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. Like today we had optional practice, right? And this is the most bouts I've ever seen the sabre squad fence. And I'm like, you guys actually want it and I can see it now. So, just getting that every single day. And it's not like you're forced to be here. You want it deep down. It's just hard sometimes. And, just seeing that bigger picture will like wake up so many of people's like minds. And like, man, I just really want to keep on reiterating that every single day so they see that, because today's practice was awesome. I was really proud of today.
That was actually pretty incredible. So today, it's election day. So obviously, we don't have training. I actually made sure I came in late so that they would not even question that they had to be here on time or anything. But the intensity of the practice today was, as Dima said, I think we should make all practices optional now.
Yeah.
So as we're getting ready to go into, the first, second competition, but the first really stacked competition of the season, what are you guys' thoughts and what are you thinking about that we need to do, and how's the team? Talk a little bit about it.
I feel great. I'm excited. I hope the team knows that there's no pressure. There's no pressure on us at all. Everything we've been doing since, what was it, August 26th, 27th to this day has been preparing us for it. So we really shouldn't feel any pressure. And going into it, we've been preparing in fencing wise. Jack has been getting us more than ready, and I really feel like that they should be scared of us. That's the mindset I'm going in there with. Like we're at home, we've been preparing, we're defending our house, like, and even if it doesn't go exactly to plan, there's still gonna be positives and things we're walking away with that we're going to improve on. And then the mindset we're working with this season, we're going to be back at Western Invitational and we're going to have improved on those little details. So I tell this to the team all the time, that competitions are feedback. And as long as it's not the championship and as long as it's not the Olympics, feedback is great. We just need to use it wisely. We just need to use it and actually not get in our heads too much. Okay, this didn't work. Back in the gym, work on it. This didn't work. Talk to Sports Psych, work on it. This didn't work. Talk to Jack, talk to Lauren, get your body right. So I'm just excited to get that feedback. I'm excited to see where we stand. I'm excited to know that we've been working harder and to see if we can actually turn that into winning bouts this weekend.
I agree with that 100%. I just hope that, in the moment of competition, anything can happen. So I just hope that everybody keeps their mind right. And I think, today and tomorrow, we should really try to not enforce that, but really try to like talk that out in the team meetings, like every single morning, and just remind them that like, this is our first feedback, and like what we do in practice is a direct result of what's going to happen this weekend. So, if it's not the result we want, get back in the gym, work harder. If it is, keep doing some of the same thing, tweak and move on. I also think that we should do a lot of video after this meet, because we could get a lot of information from how the other schools come in. If they come in hot, what are they going to do? Because they're going to do more of the same stuff. If they come in hot, if they come in slow, try to be proactive on what mistakes they're going to fix, stuff like that. So I think if we get a lot of film from this meet, it would be great, because I feel like I personally watch a lot of film, like probably like one of the most, I spent hours on YouTube just watching bout after bout. And, it's just amazing what you can learn from a simple video. So coming into this meet, I think we should really get that sorted out.
Well, we will.
Yeah.
We've got we'll have cameras rolling.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, we're good on time. My Apple Watch was just a little tight on my wrist.
Okay. So first of all, I completely agree with you. This is the first competition of the season. I mean, it's early. This is our first opportunity to see how and we'll get that feedback. And then we'll move on, and I expect us to have a successful season, mainly because of the teams that I've had. This team has gelled better than any other team. And there is something to be said for people who actually want to be here, want to be with each other, and are supportive. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see how that, all pans out. I want to talk a little bit about the leadership of this team. I've got 2 of them. We've got 4 more. One of the things that you just said, Matthew, was, you don't interact with people the exact same way based upon and that's one of the reasons why we sort of have 6 leaders this year, because each of them brings a little bit of difference to the table. So I'm going to ask you about him. I'll ask you about him, and then I'm going to ask you about the rest of your leaders. So Matthew, give me what does Avin bring to the table this year?
Man, he just brings a ton of experience, and he brings of something I very admire is like he knows people very well. Like he can see how people work, and he knows why. For some reason, he knows why they work like they work, and he seems to very well understand what's going on with them at times, especially with his own squad. And I also think that he's very chill and mellow, so they're never scared to come to him. And you also approach him on a very like human, friendly, homie-based level. Like
I appreciate it.
You just pull them to the side, and you're like, bro, why don't you do this? Like you could do it like this. I know you better than that. That's like something I really admire.
Appreciate it. For Matthew, he's just a pro athlete. He does this shit. Like he's a fencer, and I really respect that because I see him come in and, just 100% everything he got every single day. And you know what? I can't slack off when I see him working like that. And, he just holds everybody accountable by the way he works every single day in the gym. And it's just amazing. And you know what? Like I have a part of me that wishes I could become a pro fencer. He has everything it takes to, get where he wants to go. And it's just like, being part of this early process of him is just like, I know he's going to do great things, and I'm just watching forever. Just know that. Just know that.
So let's go. Who are the other usual suspects in my amazing captain lineup?
Oh, you want to start with Natalia?
Yeah.
I mean, she's amazing. The way she works, the way she motivates people. She's just a amazing athlete and person. So I feel like she really there's not a person in the world who doesn't like Natalia.
Yeah. She just brings that happiness to everybody, like she is just like a blossom of energy, and it's just amazing to be around her. She like lifts up her spirit even when she's not having the best day. I've seen her struggle in her first couple meets, but she's still bringing the smile, cheering the loudest for everybody. So having her on the Sabre squad is amazing. And she's just like in the boat with Matthew. She's an amazing fencer. She does this shit also. And I'm truly a fan of both of them, and they're gonna do amazing things. So, just having those people on our team to look up to and how they work every single day is just like the greatest thing for these fencers.
Yeah, she's just an amazing role model too, because I don't think there will be a time ever where she's just gonna give up. Mm-hmm. Like you can just tell she's gonna set her goals and she will reach them.
Yeah,
like it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Like the willingness to relentlessly pursue her dreams is just amazing.
And the maturity she brought from the first day of practice, instant impact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Instant impact. So she's just a great part of this team, and, we wouldn't be here without her.
Yeah. Next up.
I feel like we can stay on the women's side.
Yeah.
Julia for women's epee, I feel like she's not as like vocal as the others might be, but she's if you have a problem, you can go to Julia and talk to Julia, maybe more than any of us. Mm-hmm. Like she will help you. And if she can't help you, she'll find a way to get the people that need help. Like if I have a problem, I'd go to Julia too. Mm-hmm. So like she's amazing.
Yeah, I think I said this on the last podcast. She's just the sweetest person ever. I remember I took chemistry with them my freshman year, and they were the reason that, I was even able to stay involved. I know Matthew remember the chemistry days, but they used to help me so much to the point where I can't say this, but they would help me with my homework, but all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, now to the men's side.
Mitch on foil. I think it's very hard on foil right now.
Yeah.
Because foil is like one of the landscapes on this team that changed the most from last year to this year. And I feel like he's doing an amazing job just being amongst like all the athletes and knowing what's going on always, like knowing how the people feel. And like he's also very, very, very mature. And he brings this maturity to his style of leading and this calmness of always trying to solve the problems, and like how he approaches the problems is like very mature, very calm. And he's like not in a bad way, but he is making everyone happy. Like, and it's like not in the bad way that some people like might use it for their advantage, but in the way where he finds a solution that works for everyone.
Even when he's got to find a solution for himself.
Yeah.
And he leads by example too.
Yeah, I was add on to that. He's one of the hardest workers on this team. Like Jack was saying today at lift, he was struggling with, deadlifting 185 pounds when he came in here. And today he's lifting 275 with me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Easy,
So
like easy. Though.
Yeah, like easy, like
it's moving up,
it's
down,
moving like he doesn't even look like he's struggling. So, that amount of progress and, a year is insanity. So, he really just puts his heads down and grinds with, even when nobody's looking and appreciating him, he's just always doing it, always on point. So yeah, he's amazing.
And then last but not least, Mr. Rightler.
Yeah.
Once again, the hardest worker I've ever seen, just coming from his fencing background and like making it to where he is right now is insane. In 3 years, the amount of improvement he's seen it's just like, I'm so proud of him, and he's going to be great next year as a captain also, hopefully. But, he's amazing. And I truly have learned to respect his grind and craft over my years with him. Because I remember my freshman year, I was 15-14 with him at the Ohio State Open. He was just like, he's just like, he might not be the most talented, but he will beat you out of pure will. Like, you know what I'm saying? He will just beat you up, and it's the greatest thing ever.
No, I completely agree. The way he works is amazing. What he lifts is insane.
Oh my gosh!
Like
500-600 deadlift.
He might be competing to be the strongest on the team, or is arguably the strongest on the team. And that's just something I can only look up to. And then the work ethic is just something like you see it in so many different places, and if you see it, you want it more for yourself. And for me, he's the prime example of leading by example. Like, he works so hard, and you can only respect that.
I have a question for y'all if y'all want to answer.
Absolutely.
What do you think leadership's going to look like next year? I've low-key been thinking about it by myself.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't even thought about it. I'm just trying to get through this year.
Let me throw some names out though.
Okay.
Sammy B. Sammy B. Oh, Sammy B. Went from getting cut to where he is right now.
Sammy B did not get cut. Let's not even say that.
Sorry, we could cut that out.
No. It's a point of clarity because he didn't get cut.
Okay.
It was Sammy B had a spot on our roster, which the fact that we had to reduce our roster, they took his spot away.
Gotcha.
Okay, his spot was taken away from.
I mean, that's a big difference than being cut.
And I've told him this multiple times that I respect the hell out of the way you handled that situation. The fact that he put his head down, came in here every single night and just grinded.
For a year.
Yes. Yeah. So, just I'll put that name out there because nobody else has that work ethic that I've seen.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. For me, I'm obviously a little biased, but I got to put my boy Stick out here. He doesn't work loud. Stick doesn't work.
I definitely see that.
He doesn't work in the loudest way. He doesn't work where anyone's like, damn. But he's the most consistent athlete I've seen in my circle. He puts his head down and he works the same way every single day. When people get in a slump because there might be a little tired of midterms, anything going on, he's that same line all the way. And it's never going to change. Even if he doesn't want to, he's still going to be here and work. And for leadership, that's like the perfect example of leading by example, because it's never going to change, because I've seen it over 10 years not change. Yeah. And he's very very intelligent. So everything he does is very thought through. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that would be also a great name to throw out there.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's also something you can't say before we even fence the first meet.
Yeah, but just your preseason.
This is my preseason poll. So,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what did you guys think of the preseason poll?
We should be number one, but we got work to do.
I mean, we can say
it's preseason.
Yeah.
We can't say we need to be. Should be number one, but we still have to prove it. Yeah. I mean, I know we have the potential to be number one. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
but we still have to prove it. And we haven't proved that in the past.
Yeah. Motivation,
so now it's
anything.
Time. It's time. It's
well,
this.
I think the thing that we have, which others don't see, is that we don't necessarily have the most name recognition. We don't necessarily have stats on paper. What we have are heart, skill, and we're a lot better than people know that we are.
Yeah.
So now it's up to us to show them for the rest of this season to the end of March. And then for those who are still competing like yourself to keep going and getting more results. Mm-hmm. And hopefully you too, because I don't know if this is how long what did you call this, your tour?
Retirement tour.
I say this to you so many times. I've been saying it for a very long time. Every time he talks about retirement, I'm like, everyone's laughing. I'm like, bro, no, don't say that, because that would be just throwing away raw talent. Like, bro, don't retire. Just keep going. If you can, keep going forever.
I'll do everything in my power to keep fencing, because I love it just so much. It's impossible to give up. And just like having that glooming on the end of this year is like probably the most anxiety feeling thing ever. That puts like so much pressure on myself. But, you got to push past that and, just stay on the strip and fence.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's two things, and you're fighting what is the hardest thing, and that's coming back from an injury, a severe injury, where, I respect you so much, because I know that the pain was there all last season. Mm-hmm. You came through, made it to the NCAAs. Now you have hopefully a chance to have a season a lot more pain-free. Mm-hmm. And then you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you can decide what
Don't let that little injury beat you, bro.
Yeah, it's just a little injury.
Hey,
Yeah.
Not to call it a little injury, because it was a major injury.
100%.
But in perspective, bro, you're way bigger than that injury.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, way bigger. And
so I know you guys got to go to lead like a Buckeye, because you're leaders, and we appreciate that. You got anything else you want to talk about or add before we cut out? And I have no idea how we're doing on time.
We definitely got to go. But one more thing I want to say is, no matter how this season goes, the past month, this season has already been amazing. And I know I'm going to remember this season no matter how it goes for the rest of my life.
I would just say be grateful for every day you have here, because it will run up, and you have so much, like, the potential is through the roof on what you want to do with yourself. So I'll leave it there.
Well, thank you. Matthew, Avin, my senior captains this year. Let's have a good season. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm Don Anthony, and this is the Swordsport Podcast, looking at the world of fencing through the OSU fencing lens. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having us.